Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about economics and crypto and sometimes stocks, but very rarely stocks. Just a reminder, a free way you can support this channel, smash up that like button, leave a comment in the comment section for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and turn on that notification button for daily crypto content. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into this. So yesterday, Jerome Powell gave his annual speech at Jackson Hole in Wyoming. This is a common thing, and he took me a little bit by surprise because usually Jerome Powell, he masks his words and you have to interpret what he says. But this time around, he did not hold back at all. If you were wondering whether or not there were going to be rate cuts, I mean, it was already a high probability that there would be rate cuts on September 18th. There shouldn't be much doubt anymore. And so I'm going to reiterate this again. I've made multiple videos on here and on different platforms saying now is the time to be buying altcoins, large cap altcoins. Okay, large cap, then small cap, then meme coins, and then cash out, and hopefully all your wildest dreams will come true. But large cap altcoins. So we've seen over this week gaming cryptos start to pump, and I look at the charts. And the two best charts are IMX and Gala, which I believe are the two largest altcoins in terms of market cap. IMX is over $2 billion. Gala, I think, is around $1 billion. I haven't checked in a while. The larger cap ones, you see a niche start to gain some momentum starting out. The larger cap ones, those are the best performers, I think, and the safer plays in case things turn south. And so, yeah, there's Superverse, there's Myria, there's some other ones as well, Beam, that I think will do well. But IMX and Gala, just looking at the charts, I posted this on my X account, the IMX chart just looks so good. Now, altcoins have had a good week, and these things could cool off. Stochastic's way overbought. MACD is also way overbought. Regular RSI is climbing up still, but anyway, the larger cap altcoins are going to make the move first. And I'm looking at so many charts, even a Cardano, or there's so many other ones that I'm just looking at the charts and I'm like, this is the time. This is the time that we've been waiting for. Personally, I want to be all in by the end of August. Now, yeah, September is historically either flat or bad. In the middle of a bull market post-halving, September is more on the flat side and maybe even will close the month green. I want to be too early. And I want to recollect even 2023. Bitcoin pumped, the crypto market pumped really hard in October of 2023, and I was not ready. I was caught flat-footed. I was not in a good enough position with my altcoins. And remember, Solana was one of my top bear market buys for altcoins. I was not satisfied with where I was. I wanted more. I thought I had more time. And then soon enough, Bitcoin shoots through that $31,000 barrier, which had taken 200 days to break through, and it never came back. We had a one stop. We did not come back and retest the top of that range, and I was caught flat-footed. And so personally, I'm looking at these altcoin charts and I'm looking and seeing how bullish they are, and I don't want to make the same mistake again. So yeah, we might have September. But I think October and November historically are the two best months by far with crypto investing, with Bitcoin returns. I don't want to make the same mistake I made in 2023. Not financial advice. I think it would be a good idea to not make that mistake and to buy when things are ugly. And most people would still say, looking at the altcoin charts, that they're ugly. That's the time to buy. Looking at the altcoin charts in comparison to where they were at this time in 2020, August of 2020 was a phenomenal time to buy altcoins, to buy lots and lots of different altcoins. If you just randomly picked 5 different altcoins, the returns that you would have gotten would have been insane. And now I'm not promising the same thing again this time around. I do think that there are legitimate fears that a recession is going to hurt us. But, okay, what's the game plan? What's the schedule going to look like for Jackson Hole? You never know. Not for Jackson Hole, for leading up to the rate cuts and then shortly after the rate cuts. It's hard to say, okay? We're not completely, I do think we're seeing a V-shaped recovery take place. I'm encouraged by where Bitcoin is right at this moment. And even if Bitcoin were to crash and sweep those lows, given where altcoins are, they're pretty much bottomed out. So I'm not too worried about a Bitcoin crash. But with the thesis that we are right now in the middle of a V-shaped recovery, that means that we're going to continue to go up. And I wouldn't be surprised if this next week there was some kind of spark that was provided to send us to a next leg up. And what I'm thinking in my head, well, not what I'm thinking, a confirmation of a V-shaped recovery is a 702 retrace, a breaking of that from swing low to swing high, which is around $64,000. I could see that happening next week. I don't know, but here's the deal. There's a world where I could see Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high before the next rate cuts. And then what? Well, then I'd be a little bit nervous because I don't think Bitcoin's going much higher for 2024, and I think 2025 is going to be a bad year. You never know, but there is a realm in my head where I could see Bitcoin going to $80,000, and then after those first rate cuts, coming back down to 70, maybe even into the 60s, and what do we do? Because I said $80,000, that's my peak. Well, I do think that if $80,000 is actually the peak, that still October and November are going to be good months, and maybe those would be the months where we would see Bitcoin's dominance drop and altcoins drop. So I'm not going to panic if that's the case. But personally, what would I wish for? I don't know. I don't know what I would wish for. Would I wish that Bitcoin was at $65,000 and then the rate cuts came and then things pumped and things got really exciting, excuse me. I don't know. I don't know what I'd prefer. But one thing I'm convinced of, again, no matter what happens, October and November are going to be great months to be investing in crypto. And all right, what about November? What if Kamala wins? It's more bullish for us if Trump wins. No matter if you are in love with Kamala Harris or you're a full-blown MAGA believer, I think you'd have to acknowledge that it is more bullish for us if Trump wins. And I'm not entirely sure that Trump's going to win. I know that there are a lot of people who are a lot more confident than I am that he's going to win. And whether you love him or not, you're excited about the possibility that he would win for your short-term gains. But I'm not entirely sure because I think the Democratic voting bloc is a lot stronger than we give them credit for. But whatever the case, November is historically a good month. And if Kamala wins, I don't know if that's the play. I don't know if it's the play to sell on election day in fear of a Kamala win. It's not the end of democracy in as much as Trump winning is not the end of democracy, and people are just getting a little too dramatic. And so let's take this one step at a time, okay? I'm bullish now. I am a bull. I am an all-out bull right now, especially for altcoins. A little bit for Bitcoin, but especially for altcoins. Step one, it makes a lot of sense to be buying altcoins now. And we'll see how the market reacts over these next few weeks. And maybe take a little off the top. Maybe you see things pump. It's always good to take profits. But after that, we'll see. Rate cuts next few weeks. That's what's on my radar. Next few days, next few weeks. And then we'll see about October, November. But I am bullish. I don't see many reasons at all to be bearish. So let us join hands with the Moon Boys while we can. And then maybe we'll jump ship a little bit before them or a lot before them. I don't know. But anyway, that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week. I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.